And welcome to Independence High School here in Coal City, West Virginia. Tonight, video production presents Raleigh County High School football. It's the Liberty Raiders taking on the Independence Patriots. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Beckley Auto Mall pregame show. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, directing and producing along with Robbie Mounts, and Chris Farish is on stats. And Eric, we'll start the 2022 season where we closed out last season when Independence won that big semifinal game against Bluefield, and we start the 2022 season here in about 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah, and we're going to start it on Thursday night lights. I've looked around the state. A lot of teams are playing on Thursday night, trying to get an early kickoff to the season, and I'm really looking forward to this clash.
Yeah, there is a half a dozen games going on tonight, and we'll take our first break, and we'll get you ready for Independence and Liberty at the top of the hour. You're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
And welcome back to Independence High School. We're about 10 minutes away from getting the game in. The season started. And Eric, for these 2 teams, Independence, they were Class AA runner-up a year ago. 19 of 22 starters back. High expectations. A year ago, they were the hunter. Now they're being hunted. And on Liberty, they have really lost a lot of players due to graduation. Liberty comes into tonight's game with only 4 seniors. So it's really 2 teams maybe headed in 2 different directions. I don't know if it's too strong to say Liberty's in a rebuilding year, but definitely not the same team they've been the last couple of years.
Okay, we'll start with the latter. You really, if you're Liberty, if it is a rebuilding year, this is the time you would want to play a team such as Independence early in the season, because you can maybe catch them making a few early mistakes and such as that. And for Independence, they do have 19 of 22 starters returning, but they lost 2 key starters in Logan Phelan and, of course, the Kennedy Award winner and Kurt Warner Award winner as the best running back and best player in the state, and Atticus Goodson.
And speaking of Goodson, his brother Cyrus Goodson, he was injured in the scrimmage that you and I were here on Saturday against Braxton County. I'm told it's a game-time decision whether we'll see Cyrus Goodson tonight, so we'll see if he plays, and if he does, maybe he won't play a lot.
Yeah, and I think right now you might want to just baby that early in the season, and if you're able to set him out tonight, I think that will probably be good for him.
We're going to go ahead and take our second break as they're getting ready for the national anthem, as you are watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like
first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
What's more important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above. Window World offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation, in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Welcome back to the Beckley Auto Mall pregame show here in Coal City, West Virginia. We're moments away between Independence and Liberty. Liberty, of course, the visiting team will be wearing the all-white uniforms. Independence will be wearing the navy blue uniforms with the white helmet trimmed in the white pants. We'll take our final pregame break and come back and get you ready for the opening kickoff, the Raleigh County battle between Liberty and Independence, as you're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
Motley's Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Motley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Motley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Motley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
And welcome back to the Beckley Auto Mall pregame show. We're about 2 minutes away from getting tonight's game and the 2022 regular season underway. These Raleigh County rivals, Independence, coached by John Lilly, have made their way out onto the field, waiting the arrival of the arrival of Liberty. And Liberty will have an interim coach, and the interim coach, Mark Montgomery. And that brings us to keys to the first half. And keys to the first half are brought to you by Indoor Air, a proud sponsor of Raleigh County sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, call Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. So, Eric, your keys for the first half of tonight's game.
If you're the Liberty Raiders, being on the road and breaking in a new young team, I think the key to the game for them in the first half is ball control and trying to keep away from this explosive offense. And if you're Independence, you want to get that stellar defense out there and get some early stops and get out to a quick, comfortable lead.
And, Eric, one of the things you and I talked about off mic before we came on the air about pretty much the last month or 6 weeks here in the Raleigh County area of how cool and how much rain we've had. And then today, here on August the 25th, game day, how hot it was in the mid to upper 80s. And when we got here to the stadium tonight, very hot in the stands and very hot out on the field, and that could come into play in this game tonight.
Yeah, early on, you condition, and we had a chance to come, and tour the county on some preseason practices, and like we said, it was perfect conditions, and coaches don't like that cool weather early on because the temperatures turned up now, and you cramps and early fatigue could play a big part in the game.
And everywhere you and I went, including when, as you mentioned, we made our rounds for all four of the county high schools in Raleigh County. And the day we were at Beckley, Woodrow Wilson, they had to come off the field because of lightning. Remember how cloudy it got and it rained? So we had really cool weather in the preseason.
Yeah, and depending on where we were, the weather was different. As you stated, we were in Shady. We came to Independence first, went to Shady. It was 80 degrees here, and then by the end of the day, it was thunderstorms and 63.
So both teams are actually the captains of each team, I should say, are out at midfield. We're awaiting the toss of the coin. As you can see, Liberty wearing the traveling white uniforms with the black helmet, Independence. And that's a really sharp-looking uniform for both teams. Independence with the New England Patriot logo on their helmet, the blue. And I think it's a little addition, the red striping with the blue stars on the pants.
Yeah, definitely looks like some new uniforms for the state runner-up. And Liberty, you can't go wrong with their color combination. That red, black, and white is a great combination.
Well, Independence won the toss, and they want the ball. They had a high-octane offense. They won this game last year that we did, Eric, down in Glen Daniel, 47-0, and they had 2 touchdowns called back. They easily could have put up 60 a year ago.
And we'd be remiss not to mention that they missed a few extra points as well. And that was one of the things we said they had to shore up, along the year and along the way to go deep into the playoffs.
And this year ago, Independence in making the Class AA title game, big strike offense. And, Eric, a lot of times last year we did multiple Independence games. They'd run maybe 14 plays and have 4 touchdowns. Yeah. I mean, they are a big play offense.
Yeah, they really are. And they look to hit the home run, early and often to expose the defense, to their speed. They have speed at the wideout position. And now with Trey Bowers moving from the wideout, from the slot to the quarterback, he's going to add another dimension to that offense.
Tyler Lingsweiler will be on the far side awaiting the kick, and over on the near side will be Judah Price. And both players, as we know, Eric, with outstanding speed. And if you're Liberty, as they decide to kick off on the far side hash, I think they were probably going to squib it rather than try to kick the ball deep.
Yeah, don't kick it deep. And we lived with this last year, or teams did. Just kind of pick your poison. Do you want them to start at the 40 or hit a home run here? So play it safe maybe, and try to kick it to the short, the up back, so to speak, and take your chances with them.
Well, the ball's teed up on the far side, 40, and we're ready to begin the 2022 high school season, and it will be a squib kick, and Independence going to, if they field it, and Liberty may have it as the ball is loose, and maybe Independence came out of there with it. They do, and Independence will have great field position. They'll start from over their 40 at the 42. The opening drive of the first half is brought to you by Beckley Auto Mall, GMC. We are professional grade, Beckley Auto Mall. So Eric, Independence will set up shop, first and 10 on their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, but if you're Liberty, you had a chance right there, Mears, just as they drew it up, to come out the gates and had a chance to create a turnover and change possessions on that, and they just couldn't quite get it.
So the Patriots will set up, and the quarterback there is Trey Bowers. Colton Caron will be the lone setback, and he'll get the handoff. He's got some room. He's crossed midfield. He's here on the near side, inside the 40. He's not done yet. The 30, inside the 20, and he's wrestled down at the Liberty 15-yard line. A very exploding play. By the way, that was Judah Price and not Caron. Judah Price, the 5'8", 188-pound senior, lines up, and what a huge hole off the left side.
Yeah, and he's everything as advertised, folks. I talked about him a lot on a lot of teams without Atticus Goodson. Judah Price could carry the mail and rush for over 2,000 yards in any offense.
Price gets it again. Independence going fast. And there's a huge gain by Price from the 15. He'll carry the mail down to, let's see where they put him at. Looks to be close to a first down at the 5. Not quite a first down. Yeah, actually, it will be a first down. I beg your pardon. So it'll be first and goal for Independence. They have the ball at the 5-yard line. Bauer waits on the snap. Price gets it again. Penalty flag. Price bounces it to the outside. He's into the end zone for an Independence touchdown. Now we'll wait and see the flag. And let's see. It might be Liberty offsides. And if it is, the play will stand and it'll be an Independence touchdown.
Yeah, I think Independence maybe caught false start.
And, Eric, that's one of the things we talked about a year ago that really hurt Independence was miss extra points and penalties. And right there on the first drive of the season, they have a touchdown nullified because of a false start, and that'll take the ball back to the 10-yard line.
And if you look, that was the third play of the drive for the Patriots. So you had two explosive plays, and you can't have that. And I heard a few coaches, had did some research, and they talked about, you can't sin as a team, and what they mean is drive-killing penalties.
So here's a quarterback keeper, and it's going to be a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run from Trey Bowers. He fakes the handoff off the middle, breaks it to the outside, and gets into the end zone. And it's a 3-play, 58-yard drive. And, Eric, we had talked about how Independence was such a quick strike offense. They were able to go right down the field in 3 plays, and they get a 10-yard run from Trey Bowers to take the 6-0 lead.
And that is that, you had that run, a running quarterback as well in Logan Phelan. But with Trey Bowers, that's another dimension with as fast as he is and explosive as he is.
Now, the point after, they're going to go for 2. It's going to be a running play, and Price will get into the end zone, and Independence has taken an 8-0 lead. So the Patriots score on their open possession with 11:05 remaining in the first quarter. It's Independence 8, Liberty 0. You're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Nachos, better with Pepsi. Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Independence strikes quick on their opening possession. The Patriots go 58 yards in 3 plays. They get a 10-yard touchdown run from Bowers. Judah Price runs in the 2-point conversion, and it's 8-0. Your scoring recap is brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. 8-0 in favor of Independence, and now the Patriots will tee it up between the hashes and ready to kick it off, and Liberty will get its first opportunity of the season. Ball comes here on the near side. It's fumbled, and Liberty's going to be able to get on it. As that ball was kicked over here, and Colton Tolliver was not able to handle it, and the ball goes out of bounds, and Liberty will set up shop 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line.
And, Maris, looking over Liberty's your starters, they have 4 true freshmen starting tonight. So, young team, these guys are going to, get a baptism by the state runner-ups tonight. So, they can only make them better, down the road.
And one thing we'll see out of Liberty, the single wing, and that goes back not even to my days, Eric. That goes back to the 40s and 50s. They have an unbalanced line as Dalton Williams, the 6'3", 160-pound junior, is the Liberty quarterback. So 1st and 10 for the Liberty Raiders. They have the ball on their own 25-yard line. Once again, tight formation, the single wing. The quarterback, Williams. It's going to be a running play, and that's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to lose a couple of yards, and that'll go for a 2-yard loss back to the 23.
And once again, I think early on, as explosive as the Independence offense is, I still think early in the season, the strength of the Independence Patriots will be the defense.
Well, as much, and rightfully so, as the offense, the recognition that it got for putting up all the points, the defense was still pretty good last year.
Yeah, in the second half of the Bluefield playoff game, they really stood tall to a great offensive Bluefield team.
Yeah, they were down 20-7 at one point in that semifinal, and they won the game 34-20, shutting Bluefield out in the second half.
And that was, on the heels of the defense coming up strong in the second half.
2nd and 12 for Liberty. And, so this is a situation you never want to be in, especially if you're a run-first, run-second team, direct snap, and try to get the ball out over the 25, but nothing cooking there. Is Independence able to slam the door and make it 3rd and long, and actually that's going to be, looks like maybe no gain. So
yeah, and that was Wyatt Barnett again on the carry. He's a 5'9", 185-pound, I think freshman.
No, senior.
Senior, okay.
Yeah. In fact, I know his mom real well, runner of Win the World. We appreciate she's one of the sponsors here, as Burnett got the carry on that. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 12, and actually they're going to put the ball actually further back and put the ball, well, let's see where they do have it. Yeah, it's at the actually 22, yeah. So they're going to need 13 yards on this 3rd down play. Single wing and, of course, a shotgun formation out of that. And it's going to be a running play to the far side, and that's just nowhere running. So there were 3 plays that Liberty went in the wrong direction, and Independence shuts it down and forces a 4th down and a punt coming up for Liberty.
Yeah, so that was 3 plays and -3 yards on the first possession, and with 9:05, well, you see it on the screen, 9:05 to go in the first period. The Independence Patriots will get the ball, and this is dangerous territory right here with Trey Bowers and Judah Price back to return the punts.
Standing right at midfield waiting on the punt. So if you're Liberty on the road, not a good way to start. Independence 3 plays, gets in the end zone, and now you go 3 and out, and now it looks like Liberty is going to take a timeout. So a timeout, we'll take it with them. You're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has been serving for almost 5 decades, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. Thank you.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School. 4th down as Liberty would come out of the timeout. And it'll be punting time for the Raiders. And here's the snap. It's kick. And it's going to be out of bounds. And even though Independence will have a short field to start their 2nd possession, I guess that's the bad news. The good news is you don't have either Trey Bowers or Judah Price returning the punt.
And I think that's what that timeout was for. It was like this directional kick it out of bounds. And let's try to give them a short field, but try to at least stop them on downs or maybe create a turnover.
So the Patriots will start at the Liberty 42-yard line. It's their 2nd possession. They scored in 3 plays from 58 yards the first time they had the ball. And they had a 10-yard touchdown run from the quarterback Bowers. And Judah Price tacked on the 2-point conversion. So the work out of the pistol set. Trey Bowers, a 6', 188-pound junior, back to throw. He's got time. Now they flush him out of the pocket. Throwing the ball deep. Man out there, and it's dropped. He had a man out there. And the ball went right through the hands.
Cyrus
Goodson, and we were told that it was a game-time decision, and he did everything right but haul it in.
Yeah, and I'm going to give him a little excuse here if you look at the replay. Maybe the sun was in his eyes here, Maris, as he turned out of his break there.
And it may have been, but he will tell you he should catch that, as here's a running play, and there's big yardage to Price. He's inside the 20 and spun down inside the 15-yard line for a huge gain. For that time by Judah Price. They'll put him down. It looks to be about the 13-yard line.
And that's the kind of hole right there, Maris. I think you can even pick up 12 yards, out of. He's getting to the 2nd level without even being touched, and with the speed of Judah Price, he has a good nose for the end zone.
Independence may have got away with getting off the ball too soon, as Price will go into the end zone for an Independence touchdown. Right up the middle. There was a gaping hole on the right side. And Independence is added to their lead.
So there's another 3-play drive there.
That is correct. So they had a 3-play 58-yard drive on their first touchdown, and now a 3-play 42-yard drive, and it's Judah Price from 13 yards out, and they will line up to go for 2. So 2 possessions and 2 scores, and a chance to have 16 points on 6 plays. Here's a rollout, and able to walk right in for the 2-point play is the quarterback, Trey Bowers. So it's a 16-0 lead for Independence over Liberty, and we saw this a lot last year that here in 6 plays, 16 points for the Independence Patriots.
And this drive was just the reverse of the last drive, as Judah Price was able to find pay dirt on a 13-yard run and get Trey Bowers to tack on the 2-point conversion.
So Independence will line up and come out and kick the ball back off to Liberty. And while we got a minute, I want to let you know that we had a delicious pregame meal, as always, from the fine folks at Giovanni's. Giovanni's Pizza, mamma mia. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. And they have 2 locations, both located where these schools are, down in Glen Daniel and, of course, Leicester Square and Sophia. And, of course, we remind everybody who is watching this game, this streaming broadcast, obviously you want to support your local business. And mamma mia, Giovanni's Pizza.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere there, too.
Absolutely. And it's even a better atmosphere when we're there.
That's right.
So now, if you're Liberty, you've given up 2 touchdown drives in 3 plays each. You've went 3 and out. You've really got to get something going this time around offensively.
Yeah, and you at least want to string together a few first downs. You know, you're kind of thin on the
big hit here on the near sideline.
Yeah, it's a great hit.
And that was Colton Tolliver. He's a 628-pound freshman, and he's growing up in a hurry as he took a big wallop here on the near sideline, and Liberty will start on their own 22-yard line.
Yeah, and I hate to keep saying it, but, it's really tough for a freshman. You have to understand these kids were playing against, the Park Roadrunners and, middle school last year. Now they're suiting up against the state runner-up, but it'll only make them better later on. Coach Montgomery does a great job with the kids, and they're well coached, and I look for them to surprise some people down the line.
So 1st and 10 for the Liberty Raiders. This is their second possession. They have the ball on their own 22-yard line. They run the single wing. It's a real tight formation. Long count. Quarterback Williams takes the snap, and just not any sledding at all as Independence just clogs up any running lane that Liberty's trying to go through.
And it looked just right before the snap, it looks like Independence may be confusing the Liberty offense by shifting a little bit and then getting great penetration on each run play.
Yeah, that play will lose a yard and go back to the 21. So, no team ever wants to be behind the chains, but especially when you're run first, run second, run third, and now you're looking at 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and it's tough. You don't want to get in obvious passing downs. And right now when you're behind the chains, you have to come up with something. And but if you're Independence, too, you fall in love with getting sucked up in this single wing because they can, wing one, get behind the secondary.
Well, there were 4 on the play clock. Liberty's going to have to hustle. They're trying to milk the clock as much as they can. And here's the snap to Burnett, and he's trying to get to the outside and just no running room. Good penetration up front by Independence, and that's going to go for no gain, it looks like.
I think they'll lose a couple.
Or maybe even lose a yard on the play, or as you mentioned, a couple. We watch there the replay. Yeah, just Burnett trying to get wide and just nowhere to go. The ball will go back to the 18-yard line. Actually, they'll lose 3 on the play. And for the second time, it'll be 3rd and 13 for the Liberty Raiders.
And they split someone out wide here. And you have one-on-one coverage if you can, maybe run a quick slant here because Judah Price, the safety, is really sucked up. Like, he's only 7 yards off of the ball.
Yeah, Independence with 8 guys in the box. Long count, trying to run the play clock down. Here's
9
the snap.
guys in the box.
Here comes a pass play. Rolling, trying to find somebody open. They'll throw it short. It's caught, but way short of a first down. And if you're Independence, you want to make sure you don't get a late hit and give them, get them out of the hole. But once again, Independence's defense steps up and forces a 3 and out, and Liberty will be forced to punt.
Yeah, and another pick your poison here with the 2 deep backs and Trey Bowers and Judah Price, who have 8 points each right now, Maris, on the game.
Yeah, so that was the loss back to the 17-yard line. So right now, Liberty is in negative yardage as they set the punt for their second time, 3 and out. Here's the snap, and it's going to be kicked and out of bounds. But once again, Independence will have great field position inside the Liberty 40-yard line. So already 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions, and the Patriots will be cooking with gas again with a first down. They'll put the ball down at the 34-yard line of Liberty.
So yeah, if you're Independence, Maris, I mean, you're doing everything right early on, and everything's going, sideways for Liberty right here. So quick strike offense such as this, and you just have to suck it up if you're Liberty and try to get some pressure, get some negative defensive plays on this offensive Independence.
So 1st and 10 for Independence at the 34-yard line of Liberty. Trey Bowers will bring them out. Takes the snap. Pumps, looks, going to throw the deep ball down the far sideline. Got a man out there at Cyrus Goodson. It's caught, and he stretched the ball across the goal line, and I think they're going to put him down at the 1.
That's pretty tough on Cyrus. Great pitch and catch there. Let's check out this little general instant replay. Just lay it out there to your athletes is what Trey does right there.
Man-on-man coverage, that's a 33-yard completion, and Goodson just elevates, and he got the ball at his highest point, hauls it in, 1st and goal for the Independence Patriots.
So you're looking at maybe a 2-play scoring drive here.
Perhaps. Each of the last 2 times they've been a 3-play 58-yard drive and a 3-play 42-yard drive. There's a flag, and this will come back, and it'll cost Independence 5 yards for illegal procedure. Take the ball back to the 6-yard line. But while we got a minute, Eric and I tomorrow will be in Quincy, West Virginia, Friday Night Lights, as we appreciate Liberty and Independence playing here on Thursday. Tomorrow, the Beckley Flying Eagles, and this will be a very interesting game tomorrow when Beckley takes on Riverside down at Riverside in Quincy, West Virginia.
Yeah, that's a short drive just, down the interstate. And I consider this game a rivalry game, and usually the winner of this game goes on to push towards a playoff berth right here. So I think it's, a big game tomorrow night.
Beckley made the playoffs a year ago. Riverside won 3 games, and both teams feel that for Beckley to get back to the playoffs and for Riverside to get to the playoffs, they need to win tomorrow. Here's a quarterback run for a touchdown. That's a 6-yard touchdown run for Trey Bowers. So that is a 2-play, 34-yard drive. So in 8 plays, Independence has 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, that's just states – it backs up what we stated early. This is an explosive offense here up at Independence.
And, they struggled a lot last year, and even in the preseason they struggled, Independence did, in trying to kick the extra point. So as powerful as they're on offense, they'll line up, they'll go for 2. But this time Liberty will slam the door, and great play that time by Judah Price. They had him stopped, and they didn't blow the whistle. No forward progress, and Judah Price able to break through and get into the end zone. So 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions as we watch the replay here.
Yeah, and that's just the will to get into the end zone there as he shook off the defenders and punches it in for the 2-point conversion.
So your scoring recap is 2 plays, 34 yards, and touchdown, 2-point conversion. And it is brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia and the great taste of Pepsi with the scoring recap. So Independence, they've had 3 plays, 58 yards, 3 plays, 42 yards, and now 2 plays, 34 yards. So 8 plays, and they put up 22 points.
22 points. All out of the same 2 players, but that offensive line gets
24
kudos.
points, I beg your pardon. I got to learn how to count.
Points. Yeah, that's that old school math. Ernest T. Bass math.
Yeah, maybe what I need to do is stomp my feet together and I could get the right one. Appreciate our producer and director, Robbie Mounts, and Mr. Nick Etskins helping me out on that. It's just like the first game, Eric. We all got to kind of get our feet up under us. And
that's right.
With my mathematical skills, hopefully come November, they won't have to keep giving me math lessons.
They got a new scoreboard up there. Just look at the scoreboard. It'll do the adding for you, man.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I should do is here's a kickoff, and it's going to be a short kick and a nice return for Liberty. But this will be Liberty's best starting field position as Blake Gabble was able to take that kickoff, the 5'10", 125-pound senior. Blake Cabell, beg your pardon. So Liberty will have it on their own 30-yard line. So Liberty, this will be their 3rd chance on offense.
And the best field position they've had.
Right, and they went 3 and out They started on their own 25 and their own 22. Like I said, 3 and out both of those, and just trying to eat some clock. As they come up here in the single wing. And like I said, Independence got pretty much 9 guys within 4 yards, 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Snap back to Williams. They'll run it to the far side, and nothing cooking. That's going to be a loss there, as that was Chris Bowman, the 5'9", 112-pound sophomore, and just nowhere to go. And they're going to say no gain, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, tough sledding, and you know that Independence front 7, man, they're really, really tough.
Actually, it's a loss back to the 25. I beg your pardon. I was watching the referee standing at the 30-yard line. That's why I thought it was no gain. But now a very minimal game across the 25. And once again, it brings up 3rd and long.
3rd and long, and they'll ring the bell here probably with the music. And it's just anytime you're running this type of offense, you need to get down and distance. And right now, the 3rd and 12s and the 3rd and 13s are really, really critical to a single wing offense because you don't pass as much. I mean, you line up knowing you're going to run, and Independence can kind of pin their ears back and just load the box and go after it.
And 20 on the play clock. As you can see, Liberty in no hurry, and that's what they try to do is milk the clock. They got a 3rd and 11 here on their own 29-yard line, and they're in the negative as far as yardage is concerned. They've went 3 and out the 2 previous times they had the ball. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and 11 on their own 29. Once again, it'll be Williams, a 6'3" senior, will hand the ball to Wyatt Burnett, and just nowhere to run. Independence up to the task, and for the 3rd straight time, it'll be 3 and out for Liberty.
And 3 and out, a little more breathing room to kick here for the Raiders. But once again, you have Independence is subbing a few in now. You have Trey Bowers back.
And that'll lose a couple of yards back to the 27. So it will be 4th down, and I'm not sure if we have a timeout. The clock has stopped, and I didn't see if they whistled I'm not sure what the holdup is, but whatever it is, looks like we got it, and we're ready to go. So once again, Independence should get really good field position as they've scored on their 3 previous possessions, 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. Here's the snap. We got a whistle and a flag. And I think that's going to cost Liberty 5. We're going to have a false start, and it will. That's the case. So they'll back Liberty up 5 more yards and take the ball back to the 22 and redo 4th down. But as we look ahead, you know, Independence playing Oak Hill next week. They have Polk on the schedule. We'll have Bluefield here at the end of September. They only have 9 games, so they don't have as much room for error with only 9 games. As here's the punt, and this may be returnable to Bowers. It is on the far side. He comes all the way across the field here to the near side. Now he tries to reverse his field. There's 2 penalty flags downfield as Trey Bowers breaks free down the far sideline. There's another flag. There's laundry all over the place as Bowers runs a touchdown. I see 4 flags, but I think it's all coming back.
Yeah, like point of attack. You're going to get a couple of blocks in the back. I hope no one is seriously hurt. We have a Liberty player down. And
on the far side, there's a block in the back right there. And there's another block in the back right there. And there's another one. Now, there was at least 3 illegal blocks that was able to spring Trey Bowers.
Yeah, and a lot of laundry on the field here. But what a run. I mean, Trey Bowers is so athletic. You know, some of those blocks may not be necessary. You know, he's in the open field, but.
So there's the call. There are, depends on, I'm sure obviously they'll take the one. I think the one that would send him back the furthest is the very first one that happened out over the 40, 45-yard line, maybe about the 43, maybe inside the 45. And they'll back them up. But still, Independence will have good field position.
Yeah, great field position here. And look for Independence probably to sub a few people in and out.
So they mark off the penalty, and it's going to take the ball all the way back inside the 45, put the ball at the 42-yard line. So this is where Independence started their first possession, and in 3 plays, 58 yards they scored They scored in 3 plays in 42 yards and 2 plays in 34. So the 4th possession, and they'll have it at their own 42. So Bowers, the 6', 188-pound junior. Here's a handoff once again, and here's Judah Price. And Price has got a first down before they stack him up at the 45-yard line of Liberty, and he won't go down. And they really need to blow the whistle because they had him held up, and Liberty continued what you're supposed to do, play till you hear the whistle. They should have blown the whistle.
Yeah, those are when you get stacked up like that. I like to see the quick whistle, but some players don't want that quick whistle because they can break out of that. But the end result right there could be a quick injury as well.
That's the 5th first down of the game for Independence. They get the ball down inside the 45 of Liberty. They'll put the ball at the Liberty 43-yard line. And another package of downs. It's Trey Bowers. Scopes out the defense. And we got a whistle and got a flag. And it's not the play clock. We might have had some movement up front or maybe not enough players on the field. Let's see what the problem is. It's going to go against Independence. It'll cost them 5 for a false start. So it'll be 1st and 15 for Independence on their own, or actually on the Liberty 48 rather.
And I touched on it earlier, and I was hearing a couple coaches talk, Maris, and I think this is the only thing that Independence, right early on in last year, that they have to clean up, self-inflicted negatives, So against good teams, you're going to have to.
Got a man running wide open, and it's caught for a touchdown. Over on the far side, Colton Caron, the 6'2", 177-pound senior, got free, hauls it in, and that's a 2-play drive, and that will be a 48-yard touchdown pass as we watch the replay here. And he was behind the defender a good 10 yards, and the ball well thrown as Trey Bowers hangs it out there, and running up under it is Caron.
Yeah, that was a well-thrown ball. He hit him right in stride for the quick strike.
So 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns, a 3-play drive, and 2-play, and now another 2-play drive. As here's the 2-point conversion, and Price will get into the end zone with no problem. So I will look at the scoreboard this time, but I do know the score, and your new score is Independence 32 and Liberty nothing, and we still got 2 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first quarter. But Independence has been great, Eric, in all phases on both sides of the ball. 4 possessions, 4 scores. You're looking at 3, 6, 8, 10 plays. They have 32 points. Liberty has ran 3 offensive plays and 3 punts, and they're in the negative yardage, and it's been total domination.
Well, 9 offensive plays.
9 plays, correct.
9 plays, and negative yards, 3 punts, and that's efficiency at its finest when you look at this Independence offense. This is the way you wanted to get out of the gates. The defense is really, really pitching, a shutout for sure, and no matter what the opponent, you go out and play, you try to execute, and right now and the Patriots are really executing.
And the scoring recap is brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. As you can taste a ice-cold Pepsi. It's Independence with 4 possessions and 4 scores. Liberty with 3 possessions and 3 3-and-outs. And no matter who you're playing, as a football coach, and I'm sure Coach Lilly, he wants to see perfection. He wants to see all the things that they've worked on, the hunger. No matter who you're playing, you want to be able to execute and play your game.
Yeah, and that's what it is. No matter what the score, you have to go out there and execute the game plan, and they're doing it to perfection right now.
Here's Liberty trying to return the kick, and once again, that is Blake Cabell, the 5'10", 125-pound senior, and he takes a shot. And Liberty will set up shop for the 4th time in the game, and they will put Liberty down, and they'll get over the 25, make it the 26-yard line. That's where Liberty will have it. 1st and 10 on their own 26.
Right now, Liberty definitely has to get something going, at least to, this last 2 minutes of the first quarter, try to get a couple of first downs strung together.
Well, first down is really the key, and they've been really they've had negative yardage on first down and really put them behind the chains. And let's see what they do as Dalton Williams, the quarterback, waits on the snap. Like I said, they want to run the play clock down. They're going to start out with a pass. Got a man open in the flat. It's caught. And that's a good positive game on first down. Up over the 30 is Chris Bowman, a 5'9", 112-pound sophomore, hauls it in, and that's the best play that Liberty has had up to this point.
And that time they took their time at the line of scrimmage right there, and I think they're trying to get Independence with a slower count as well, trying to maybe get them to jump off sides or whatever and settle down that we'll say it's a pass rush, but they're pinning their ears back and really loading the box and coming after the running game of Liberty.
So they'll pick up 6 on first down, 2nd and 4. They have the ball on their own 32-yard line. Coming up on the final minute of quarter number 1, which has been dominated this first quarter all by Independence. Here's Dalton Williams waiting on the snap. Here it comes. He's going to keep it himself, and he's not going to get back, I don't think, to the line of scrimmage. Looks like he's going to lose a yard back to the 31.
Yeah, so this will be 3rd and 5, which is way more, manageable than the previous 3 possessions for Liberty Raiders.
Yeah, they've had to go double digits in their last third downs, 3rd and 11, 3rd and 13 a couple times. You're right. So manageable 3rd down. As they got, as you mentioned, they need 5 yards on this play from their own 31. And maybe we'll see a little short pass. We'll see. Williams surveys the defense, the Liberty quarterback, taking his time. Takes the snap, rolls the pocket, pressure comes, he's in trouble, he's going to get sacked. He never had a chance. They were trying to roll the pocket, and coming off the edge was a nice job that time.
Looks like Mr. Harvey.
Yep, Jordan Harvey, the 5'10", 212-pound senior, and he was really bringing heat off the far edge, and it'll go for a sack and force yet another 3-and-out after Liberty had a good start on first down on that drive.
And Jordan Harvey is as advertised. He is play to the whistle kind of guy. He gets after it, and it showed on that previous play.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Your score is Independence 32, Liberty nothing. You're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Adrian, need to get over to Hometown Kia in Beckley. You got a prize-winning lineup of new Kias over there, and these new Kias are real contenders. Mickey even likes the new Telluride to ride back and forth to the gym. Those guys at Hometown Kia in Beckley, they are in the corner fighting for you through the whole deal. So if you're out there in the market for a new ride, don't go 10 rounds with one of those other dealers. Get over to Hometown Kia of Beckley for a real knockout deal. Get a new Kia from Hometown Kia. That's how winning is done.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
And we welcome you back to Coal City here at the campus of Independence High School. As we go to the second quarter, the Patriots of Independence total domination, leading 32-0.
Yeah, and in this first quarter, you already have Judah Price over 100 yards rushing on 5 carries, 110 yards rushing.
Of course, we'll be getting all the numbers of the first half when we get to the Massey Power Sports halftime show. As a beautiful night here. Now the shade has set in, and, of course, we flip ends of the field, and Liberty now will punt on their own 5-yard line as that part of the field is shaded. And, looking right back into the sun is Judah Price here on the near side and Trey Bowers on the far side standing at midfield. There's the snap. The ball is juggled. There's the punt. It's going to be a short punt, but it is returnable and takes a big hit, and now they'll just let it bounce. They'll take an Independence bounce. And the Patriots, once again, will start deep in Liberty territory. Looks to be maybe right at the 40 or maybe the 41. Let's see where they're going to put it down at. As that's the 4th punt of the ball game for Liberty, and they're going to put the ball down at the Patriot. We got a flag on the play as well. So we'll have to sort out the flag. But while we got a minute, I think you may have some stats from the first quarter.
No, I was just giving you the rushing stats on Judah Price. We'll wrap up the whole totals here at halftime.
Yep. So let's see, waiting to see what the penalty flag is. While we got a minute, I want to tell you tomorrow night here on Video Production, streaming live, it'll be a 7:30 kick. We'll join you at 7:15, and Eric and I will be down in Quincy, West Virginia, as that'll be a battle between Beckley and Riverside. The penalties against Independence will take the ball back 10 yards, and Independence will start, instead of on Liberty's side of the field, on their side of the field. The ball will go back to the 49-yard line. So Independence will have the ball first down on their own 49-yard line. The first possession, 2 plays, 58 yards. Or 3 plays, 58 yards, 3 plays, 42 yards, 2 plays, 34 yards, and 2 plays, 58 yards. And they made all 2 two-point conversions, and that's how they built this 32-0 lead. 1st and 10, play action time, got plenty of time to throw, surveyed the whole field, and now the pocket starts to collapse. Scrambling is Bowers, and he's going to maybe run it. He will run it. Got a nice little move. He's across midfield, and he's got some blockers. This is going to be a big gainer inside the 40. This might go to the 30. This will go for a touchdown down the near sideline, and then a flag comes in at the last minute and will wipe it out. There was no need for that last hit. That was going to be an easy touchdown, and the right call is Independence commits a flag, and it will nullify a beautiful, sensational touchdown run from Trey Bowers.
Yeah, and just at the end, I hate to pick on a block, but that, as you can see on this instant replay, this is a schoolyard type of play here. And no need, once he had a convoy, Trey Bowers had a convoy, no need to make that last block. It was truly unnecessary.
Yeah, and once he got, like you said, once he started to come across, it's just better athletes like schoolyard, and there was no need to make that play. And, those are the things that drive coaches crazy, and that's the difference between going to Wheeling and winning or being runner-up.
Yeah, and exactly right. You have to clean up those self-inflicted negative plays because that was unnecessary.
So they'll take it from the spot of the foul, and they'll put the ball down. Looks to be the 28-yard line of Liberty is where Independence will have it with a first down. And we got a running play, and this is Judah Price. He breaks a tackle, he breaks another tackle, and he's on the move. They can't get him down, and he'll waltz right into the end zone for a touchdown. Liberty had him 2 or 3 times and couldn't get him to the ground, and another 2-play drive. A 2-play, 51-yard drive, and Independence is on the board again.
And Judah Price, he has a strong base. As you can see on the instant replay, you cannot short tackle him. You have to lay the pads on him and try to get him down, and he powers himself into the end zone.
So that's 5 touchdowns on 12 plays.
Yes.
I mean, that is really explosion. And, going for 2, and they've made the previous 4 2-point conversions. Let's see if they'll be able to tack on their 5th extra point and take a 40-0 lead. But you've got to think that a lot of guys are going to get a lot of playing time. As here's a pass, and then it's a pass into the end zone for score. It was a nice little nifty play as they threw the ball back to Karan, and then Karan flips the ball into the end zone to the Linksweiler for the touchdown. So your new score is Independence 40. Liberty nothing, 11-18 for the first half. You're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County football here on Video Productions.
40, Liberty 0.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
A 2-play, 51-yard drive, a 28-yard touchdown run by Judah Price, the 2-point conversion good. That extends Independence's lead to 40-0. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Boy, I'd like to have a nice cold Pepsi right now, as hot as it is up here, especially with all of my hot air.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with anything that comes in a blue can, Maris.
That's for sure. Take that however you want to take it, folks. But I will second that. That even got a smile out of producer-director Robbie Mounts. Here's a kickoff on the side. The ball is fumbled, and Independence is going to have it.
And they didn't even try to onside kick that. That was just a short kick.
No. Blake Cabell, that ball short hopped him, hit him in the shin, and that's the first turnover of the game. And Independence will have the ball, and they'll have it right at the Liberty 30-yard line as we watch the instant replay here. Yeah, that ball just short hopped him, hit him right off the shin, and bounced right back to Independence.
Liberty player was indecisive on whether to catch it or let it bounce, and he short hopped it right off his shin, and Independence was there to scoop it up.
So with this lead, and we still got a whole second quarter to go, Eric, we will see if Coach Lilly will start to sprinkle in some new players. I'm not saying make wholesale changes at once, but maybe a couple new players here and there.
Yeah, and the thing is with this offense, I'm going to tell you, in our scrimmage, we had a chance to watch the Braxton County scrimmage. The young guys are ready to eat as well.
Well, eating right now is Judah Price, and he's going to have another touchdown. He went off the left side, a huge hole, and he's able to skate right into the end zone for a 30-yard touchdown run, and that's a one-play drive, and that was about as easy as it gets.
Hey, I know it's early in the season, but Judah Price says, we'll give you Atticus Goodson, and I'll raise you one maybe. I mean, well, this kid, I'm telling you, by no means am I diminishing what Atticus did, but we knew all along they had some explosive players last year.
Well, Eric, we're not a minute into the second quarter yet. Last year in this game, Independence won 47-0. If they convert on this two-point conversion, they'll be up 48-0 and have already scored more a minute into the second quarter than they did last year. As here comes the two-point conversion. Here's a pass into the end zone, and it'll be incomplete. So that's the first time that they did not convert the two-point play. So your new score with 11:06 remaining in the first half is Independence 46 and Liberty nothing. And you are watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to Coal City, West Virginia. I want to update some of our viewers on a score as Tug Valley leads Shady 13-7 in the middle of the second quarter down at Tug Valley. This game and that game are two of about 6 or 7 games being played around the state of West Virginia. The ball comes here to the near sideline, and Liberty on the return, and what a big hit. Big hit that time by Independence, and let's see.
I guarantee it's Harvey.
Jordan Harvey, the 5'10", 200-pound senior. He laid the boom on the Liberty returner, and Liberty will set up shop. They'll put the ball down at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 for Liberty.
Hey, that's just good, clean football right there. Squaring a man up and laying the boom on him.
So it'll be a first down for Liberty, and they've yet to make a first down tonight. This will be their 5th possession, and the previous 4, they have went 3 and out. So they're desperately trying to find some kind of offense, and then on their last drive, they were able to get 6 yards on first down and then still not able to convert a first down. So once again, they'll run the single wing. Dalton Williams, the quarterback, waits on the snap. Going to keep it himself off the right side and just nothing cooking. And, you know, we saw this in a lot of games we did last year, and looks like once again this year that, you know, it's hard to make a living just running right at Independence. I think you're going to have to try to maybe screen or try to get something to the edge or something, because just running between the tackles has not worked for a lot of teams.
Well, it's going to be tough sledding against this defense. As I said, I thought it was the strength of the team early on and moving forward, because they play such disciplined defense. You know, the defensive line does their part in gap football, and the linebackers clean up everything. So, yeah, it's a great defensive unit.
That was a positive play for Liberty. It did pick up 2 out to the 29, make it 2nd and 8. And once again, single wing formation. Williams takes the snap, going to run the ball, and this one is going to be stacked up, and this is going to be for a loss. And they'll take this loss back to the 26, maybe the original line of scrimmage of the 27. Let's see where they're going to take it.
Yeah, looks like a lot of new jersey numbers out there for the Independence defense as well.
Yeah, back to the 26-yard line. So this is going to bring up 3rd down and 11. So this is their 5th drive. This one and all but one drive, it's been 3rd and double digits.
Yeah, 3rd and double digits. And against any defensive unit, it's going to be tough to pick this up, but especially against this Independence defense.
Next week's game, Independence, it'll be a challenge. They'll be right here, and they will be taking on the Oak Hill Red Devils. And, of course, Eric, you and I will be in Columbus. We'll be at the Notre Dame-Ohio State game. So we'll have Bill O'Brien and Mario Lowry next Friday night. How about that?
Yeah, that'll be a great combination.
Yes.
The great Bill O'Brien.
And a timeout on the field, and we will take it with them. And you are watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back to Coal City, West Virginia. All Independence, 46-0, and boy, they have picked up this year where they left off a year ago.
Yeah, the Independence offense and defensive units are midseason form right now, and let's see as they empty their bench if they can. That's what a coach wants to see, if they can still keep this momentum and the same intensity up. Build some depth here.
Big crowd tonight. A lot of people made their way up from Glen Daniel across the way. And, of course, here on the home side, Independence supporting their team. And why not? With a great team and a great program that Coach Lilly has put together up here at Independence, there's a flag. And I think it's going to cost Liberty 5 as they blew it dead, a false start at Wheels. So that'll take the ball back to the 21. And, whenever you're struggling as Liberty is on offense, you really can't afford to have penalties and be behind the chains like that.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's sticking out. Now, I'm going to give you something unofficially right now. Judah Price is setting at around 160 yards.
Wow.
And he's had one touchdown called back. This is a great first half for him.
Well, look, 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 plays has produced 46 points for Independence, and we still got a little over 9 minutes left here in the first half. So here is a 3rd and long, and going to try to be a pass, but nothing cooking there, and that's going to be a very minimal gain, if any, and bring up yet another punt for Liberty.
Yeah, looks like they'll have the Independence Patriots will have 2 new deep backs back here, Maris. On your roster, you have to dig deep on the roster for.
Yeah, let's see who we got, and I'll pull up the roster here. And over on the far side is going to be Dalton Atkins, a 5'8", 155-pound sophomore. And the near side, I do believe that is Tyler Linksweiler, a 5'11", 110, 170-pounder for the Patriots awaiting this punt as they stand at midfield. And there's the kick, and this will be returnable. And the ball's fumbled. Gets a big hop. That's that turf hop. And a nice return down the far sideline. This might go. And good tackle out of bounds. For a minute there, I thought this was going to go all the way to the house. But a nice return by Dalton Atkins after he fumbled the ball. And that's the advantage of playing on turf, having that ball bounce back up to him.
A true bounce that bounced right back into his hands. And like we stated earlier in this first quarter, don't sleep on, as we watched the instant replay here, Maris, don't sleep on the backups for Independence. All these young kids feel as if they can take it to the house at any time, as we almost saw on that punt return. And
everybody always wants their opportunity to play, an opportunity to shine. And when you get in there, you want to show the coach why you deserve more playing time, as Independence will start up shot once again way deep in Liberty territory. They'll put the ball down at the 27-yard line of Liberty. So here come the Patriots. Trey Bowers And it's going to be a running play. Judah Price breaks the initial hit, comes here to the near side.
There
He's got room. He cuts back inside the 10 to the 5, into the end zone for a touchdown. That's back-to-back one-play drives. That's a one-play, 27-yard drive and a 27-yard touchdown by Judah Price.
And he's just he's shifty and strong with a great burst of speed.
Well, that's it, because on the initials, we watched the replay here.
Look, he spun out of tackle.
He broke the arm tackles, and he stops, he cuts back in, breaks another tackle, and gets into the end zone. He really makes it look easy.
I mean, it's great blocking, initial point of attack blocking, but he can make you miss. One person is usually not going to tackle.
Power, speed, agility, all on that one play. And that takes the lead out to 52-0, and they will line up and go for 2. And, ladies and gentlemen, I'll have to tell you, when they're going for 2 is here's Price, and he'll walk in for the 2-point conversion to make it 54-0. If you're watching at home, don't think that Independence is running the score up. They just don't have a kicker, and that was one of their problems last year, and that's why they've lined up and go for 2. And in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they've scored 7 touchdowns. They're 6-1 on PATs. They've made it 6 times, and one time they haven't. So your new score is 54-0. That's a one-play, 27-yard drive. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Wouldn't you like to have a nice ice-cold Pepsi, whether it's Pepsi or Diet Pepsi or the Pepsi Zero? It is delicious. Pepsi. We appreciate Pepsi being one of the sponsors, and also we appreciate Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel will have Inside the Numbers at halftime, and Cracker Barrel, the sponsor of that, with locations in Beckley and Princeton. And when I think of Pepsi, I think of Cracker Barrel. How about some eggs and some pig along with a nice cold Pepsi? How about that? All right, 54-0, the lead for Independence. And they get ready to tee it up and kick off. And at halftime, or less than 2 minutes till halftime, Tug Valley's extended their lead with a 19-7 lead over Shady. And I'll get into this point in a minute. Here's the short kick, and the ball will return back up over the 30, out to the 35. But, you know, I would think that's quite of an upset. I know it was a tough trip on the road to Tug Valley, and I had a chance to watch Shady as you did in some of the preseason, and I watched their scrimmage a week ago. And not that they can't come back, but surprised that with 2 minutes to go in the half, they trail on the road 19-7.
And that's one thing when we talked to Coach Colacerto, you know, on our pregame, our preseason shows, he said you never know what you're going to get with the young team, you know, going on the road. So that's tough. You know, still a winnable game, but it's tough to be down a couple scores at the half on the road.
And, of course, Shady was a playoff team a year ago, and one of the things that Coach Colacerto alluded to you and I when we did the coaches' previous shows was you got to win the games that you're supposed to win, or really you feel comfortable that you can win. And I thought tonight was definitely one of those.
Yeah, me as well. And then, like he said, and then still a couple that maybe you don't, you know, that are 50-50 games. So we'll see what they do in the second half. Maybe the Tigers can pull something off.
So from their own 35, here's Liberty with the first down. They've yet to have a first down tonight, and this play is going to go for negative yardage. It's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's Chris Brown, the 5'9", 112-pound sophomore. And so, you know, you figure in this day and time, running the ball, you don't have too many 112 a guy weighing 112 pounds running the ball.
Yeah, was he a freshman?
Sophomore.
Sophomore.
And that's going to lose a yard back to the 34.
Yeah.
Be sure you get your tickets before halftime.
So it'll be a second down and 11 play for Liberty. Now, Liberty will be open next week, and that's something that they didn't really like, but the way the schedule set up, it couldn't be helped. But I think you would agree, Eric, that in this year, maybe this is not a bad time to have an open week.
Yeah, and we had a chance to as well talk to Coach Montgomery, and he stated the same thing, that it might be a good thing to get back to the drawing board, you know, and get this one out of your system and, you know, get some positive things going.
Here's Dalton Williams on the carry, and he'll just get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, the 35, and it'll be third down and 10. But it's been tough sailing for Liberty, as they have gone 3 and out on every possession, and then they also had a turnover on a kickoff where they obviously lost a possession. So as you can see by the score of 54-0, and we've still got 6.5 to go here in the first half. It has been a very long first half for the Liberty Raiders.
Yeah, very long. And, you know, for a young team this can go two ways. I think Coach Montgomery can just tell the guys, hey, there's not another Independence Patriots team left on our schedule, so we can, get back in it and get us a couple of wins down the road.
Yeah, that's not to slight anybody else on Liberty's schedule, but Liberty would agree that they get the best team on their schedule out of the way after tonight. Here's a pass play in the flat. It's deflected, and that's a good defensive play for Independence. And once again, it'll be a fourth down. It'll be another 3 and out.
And you have a lot of new faces, numbers and faces out there for the Patriots, and still the same, 3 and out for the Liberty Raiders.
So it'll be punt time again for Liberty, and the punter's been very busy. And Dalton Atkins had a nice return the last time, and he's over on the far sideline. And Tyler Linksweiler here on the near side. And they're each standing about their 35-yard line, waiting this Liberty punt. This is the 6th punt of the night for Liberty. And it's going to be maybe short hop. It's going to take a big bounce, and Liberty will down it right there at the 45-yard line. So 6 times tonight, Liberty 3 and out, and then Liberty had a turnover on a kickoff, and Independence will take over with a first down on their own 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Independence.
Let's see offensively now. They're going to shuffle some new faces in here. Going to keep Trey Bowers at the quarterback position. And Judah's going to come out. Judah Price is coming out, giving Linksweiler maybe a few totes here.
So it'll be first down for Independence. And Bowers will bring him up. I do believe that is Linksweiler behind him. And it is, and he'll get the pitch and come here to the near sideline. He's got 5, 10. He's got a first down, got some room inside the 30. He's not done yet, and he's dragged down, let's see, inside the 25, all the way down to the Liberty 24-yard line.
And as advertised, I'm telling you, Linksweiler is a heck of a runner as well.
Well, it hasn't really mattered of really who's touched the ball. It's just been big chunks of yardage for the Independence Patriots.
Yeah, and the Patriots running backs, the running game is not, they're not getting touched until they're in the second and third level even of the defense.
And now I think they're really in no hurry letting the play clock run down. We're inside of 20, and, when you put different players in, everybody wants to shine, and Liberty, Liberty's trying to do what they can. They're not been able to not stop them, not even slow them down. But Independence is not really trying to run up the score. But when you put in players, almost every play has been a positive play. Here's a running play to Linksweiler again, up inside. Get the ball down to the 20-yard line, and that's a nice gain right there, a gain of 4 on first down.
Gain about 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6.
So it'll be 2nd down and 6 for Independence. They have the ball at the Liberty 20-yard line. Coming up at the Massey Power halftime show, we'll recap the first half, and boy, that'll be a lot of scoring. Eric might be out of breath after he gives all the scoring plays for Independence, and we'll have Inside the Numbers brought to you by Cracker Barrel. We'll have all that. We'll flash them delicious eggs and sausage links up on the screen and make me want to have, I'm going to have a little bit of Giovanni's Pizza, a little bit of Cracker Barrel food,
That's right.
Ice cold Pepsi.
Ice cold Pepsi.
Something in a blue can.
Something in the blue can to wash it down.
All right, here's the 2nd down play at the 20-yard line of Liberty. And Linksweiler will get the call again. Take it to the outsides. Got the edge with the first down. Inside the 10. He's got more. There's a flag, and that'll come back. Well, that's the one thing in that Independence, they've been almost perfect, but the penalties have really plagued them. And even though that hasn't showed up tonight because of the lead, but as we said, you got to pay attention to details. And when the time comes, that could catch up with them.
That's something that this coaching staff, veteran coaching staff of Independence, will correct that. They're going to have to correct it because once you get into, the meat of your schedule, you're playing the Bluefields, the Oak Hills, people that can go toe-to-toe with you a little bit in the trenches. That can come back to bite you.
Yeah, Polk on the road. Like I said, Bluefield will be here at Coal City on September the 30th. They got Oak Hill, a AAA team next week. A very good and speedy team under my good friend David Moneypenny.
Well-coached team.
Yep.
Coach Moneypenny always has his guys prepared, and Moneypenny, the Oak Hill Red Devils went and scrimmaged Spring Valley, so they will be battle-tested as far as, going up against, a big team, because Independence is a very big team as well for a double-A school.
After the penalty on Independence, they called an unsportsmanlike conduct foul on Liberty, and that's why they have moved the ball down inside the 10 to the 8.
At the 9-yard line for the Patriots.
So it'll be a 1st and goal at the 8-yard line for Independence. Play clock at 15. The game clock, of course, is stopped because of the penalty. And the ball sits at the 8-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for Independence. Bowers, here's a handoff. Up inside, there's a touchdown, and let's see. Miller into the end zone for the Independence touchdown. An 8-yard run for Miller, and that will extend the lead to 60-0. So 8 possessions and 8 touchdowns.
What was that, a 4-3 play?
That is a 4-play drive. So that is 18 plays and currently 60 points. And the 2-point conversion coming up with 3:52 left here in the first half. And quite honestly, Eric, I kind of felt, Independence and now they just take a knee and don't try to score the 2. That's a class job by Independence. But not knocking Liberty, but you and I knew coming in the game that Independence was a heavy favorite. Expected them to obviously probably win this game, but I tell you, I did not expect to be up 60-0 right here with just under 4 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, this offensive explosion was even greater than what we anticipated. And, it's been, big play after big play after big play. But it has to go to the guys up front for Independence, because they've created some massive holes and running lanes for the Judah Prices, the Bowers, the Linksweilers, and now Miller to get into the end zone.
Yeah, Miller finished that drive. That was a 4-play 55-yard drive to make it 60-0, and they just took the knee, so they didn't go for 2 right there. And your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi. And, boy, I am parched. I could use an ice-cold Pepsi right now. Has turned into be a beautiful night now that the sun has set here in Coal City, West Virginia. Up on the hill.
Up on the hill.
Your old stomping grounds.
My old stomping grounds. It's been a great night, Thursday night kickoff for high school football here.
Yeah, and hopefully, too, we'll be able to catch you up on some scores. Like I said, the last score we had, Tug Valley, was ahead of Shady at 19-7, as there's a nice return up over the 30 for Liberty. And they'll have the ball, looks to be on their own 33-yard line. But we'll see if we can get scores caught up as we have some other games. Cabell Midland was playing George Washington. Morgantown was at South Charleston tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say a couple of heavyweights going at it in AAA ball tonight.
So Liberty will have a possession on their own 33. Do you have some scores for us?
I'm trying to get it dialed up
Well,
here.
when you dial it up, we'll dial you in. So it'll be 1st down for Liberty on their own 33-yard line. And they have yet to make a 1st down. They've had the ball 6 times. It went 3 and out all 6. They turned the ball over on a kickoff. And they just have not been able to get anything at all going as Dalton Williams, the quarterback, waits on the snap. He'll take it, back to pass. Pressure comes, throws the ball at the flat. Got a man open, and it's caught. The best play across midfield into Independence territory, and that's the first down of the game for Liberty. A nice job by Chris Brown, the 5'9", 112-pound sophomore. He got free on the right side, and a well-thrown ball by Williams for the completion.
And it's good to see the Liberty Raider offense get something positive going here in the second quarter. Maybe something for them to build on in the future.
Yeah, that's a 17-yard completion as we watch that. Nice protection, too, and a well-thrown ball. Look at the job there that Bowman does going up to make the catch.
Yeah, caught it at its highest point and was able to get down with some positive yards.
So for the first time tonight, Liberty's got a first down, and first time tonight they're in Independence territory at the Patriot 48-yard line. Just trying to run the play clock down. It's at 15. They're in no hurry to snap it. The game clock, we're at approaching 3 minutes left in the first half. And here's a running play, and I believe that's going to be Wyatt Burnett, and they stack him up and just nowhere to run there. And that might lose a yard, or yeah, it looks like it's going to lose a yard back to the 49. So it'll be 2nd and 11 for Liberty at the Independence 49-yard line. But what an explosion it has been for Independence. Like we mentioned, next week, Independence will take on Oak Hill. Video Productions will have it with Bill O'Brien and Mario Lowry. But tomorrow, Eric and I will be in Quincy. We think we're in for a great Class AAA matchup. 2 evenly matched teams, Eric, I think tomorrow in Beckley and Riverside.
Yeah, I was looking on paper. They match up really well, and it's usually a barn burner when you get those 2 teams together. And I will be excited to call that game.
So 5 on the play clock. They'll roll the pocket here for a pass into the flat, and it's incomplete. That's good coverage, but that time the pass was not on target, and on the incompletion, it'll bring up 3rd and 11.
And that's just a tough, throw for a quarterback to roll to his right or to his left, right-handed quarterback trying to square up and get to completion, especially with that pass rush coming.
2:01 is on the game clock. And of course, the game clock will stop on the incompletion. So what do you think? If you're Independence, maybe since you've crossed midfield, maybe, or for Liberty, cross midfield, maybe two downs to pick this up?
Definitely try to get, pick up half the down and distance here on this one and then go for it.
Yeah, as long as you don't lose any major yardage, they may want to think about 2 downs since they are in Independence territory. And let's see what Dalton Williams will cook up here. Waiting on the snap. Long count, 12 on the play clock. Here's the snap. Looks like it's going to be a straight run to the far side and nothing cooking. They're going to lose 2 or 3 yards, and maybe since they had a negative play, they might punt on this one. Because there's still plenty of time if they don't make it, and they've got, you're looking at a double digits. They're going to need, actually they're going to go for it. You're going to need 13, 14 yards here on this 4th down play.
Yeah, look for them to run this play clock all the way down and maybe call a timeout.
And that's what they're going to do. They call a timeout. They have the ball on their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, maybe run it down and then call a timeout and kick it away.
Well, they've got to get the ball to the Independence 38. So we're looking at 14 yards on 4th down. And with the timeout and the clock stopped with 1:16, if they were to throw a pass and be incomplete, Independence would get the ball right there. I think if you're, and I know the game is obviously out of hand and it's 60 points, but still I think if you're Liberty, you may want to think about flipping the field and maybe Independence would just run the clock out.
Maybe kneel it out.
And get into the locker room.
That's right.
But while we got a minute here, I want to let you know, like I said, coming up tomorrow, we will have more high school football streaming live here on Video Production. We'll have it for you at 7:15 from Quincy, West Virginia. It'll be Beckley and Riverside, and Eric will have that. That'll kick off tomorrow night at 7:30. And then, of course, next Friday night, we will have, it'll be the Oak Hill Red Devils here at Independence. Bill O'Brien, Mario Lowry will have that. On September 9th, it'll be Liberty at Pikeview. And then Eric and I will rejoin you back on September 16th for Independence over at Shady. But I'm going to be gone a couple of weeks for college football. I'll be in Columbus next weekend for Notre Dame and The Ohio State University. And then the following weekend on September 9th, 10th weekend, I'll be in South Bend for Marshall and Notre Dame.
Yeah, some excellent college football. Going to 2 great venues there, man. Of course, you've been to South Bend plenty of times.
Been to South Bend plenty of times. I've been to Columbus one other time at Ohio State.
Yeah, just great atmospheres to be in, and I'm excited to go up for the festivities.
So it looks like that Liberty is going to go for it on 4th down and 14. They're not going to punt it. Maybe just trying to draw them off sides. 6 on the play clock. No, they're actually going to run it. Here's a pass to the far side, and it's going to be incomplete. And on downs, Independence will take over. So 6 punts, a turnover, and they turn it over on downs, and there is still time. And we'll see if Independence will just take a knee with 1:05 to go. As Independence will take over at the 48-yard line of Liberty. It looks like we do have a new quarterback in there. And we'll check that for you. And that is Silas Nelson, a freshman. Here's a running play here to the near side, inside the 40, a big gainer inside the 30. And that's a good hard run. And that was made by Lucas Waddell, another freshman. So you have a freshman quarterback and a freshman running back. And that's a huge gain. That's a first down to the 31 of Liberty.
And, you know, same results no matter what the personnel that Independence places in, Maris. They're getting chunk yards.
And they got to run one more play. They might take a knee. There's 40 seconds on the game clock, 30 on the play clock, so they do have to run another play. But they may take a knee. They might actually run it. They're at the 31 of Liberty. So barring a penalty, this should be the final play of the first half. Coming up on the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show, we'll recap the first half, give you stats, and then get you ready for the second half. And they're going to let the play clock run down. And they'll just take a knee, and that'll be the end of the first half. At the break, your score is Independence 60 and Liberty nothing. You are watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
We have 3 winners for the Breckenridge Church Go March.
What's important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps collar options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above. When the world offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation, in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Welcome back to Independence High School here in Coal City, West Virginia, as we are coming into the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. But before we do that, we appreciate one of our fine sponsors, and that's Indoor Air. And Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of Raleigh County High School sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, call the good people at Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. Well, 60-0 is the score at the break. And, Eric, let's see if you have –
I don't have the numbers. I have the scoring
drives.
Well,
yeah, that's what I say. Give us the scoring drives, and then we'll take a break. And it might take a while for Chris Fresh, our stat guy, to add up all those numbers.
His calculator is running out.
All right, so here are the scoring plays.
Okay, we'll go first quarter alone. Now, the end of the first quarter, it was 32-0 Independence, and they ran a total of 11 plays, Maris. 12 plays. And scored 32 points. Started off with Trey Bowers, a 10-yard run at the 11:05 mark, and Judah Price with a 2-point conversion. And then it flipped on the next scoring drive. It was 3 plays and 42 yards as Judah Price hit pay dirt with a 13-yard run, and Trey Bowers with the 2-point conversion. Then you had a 2-play, 34-yard run scoring drive as Trey Bowers ran it in from 10 yards out, and Judah Price 2-point conversion. And then Colton Karan got in on the action on a 2-play, 58-yard drive, and the big play of that was a 48-yard TD reception by Karan and a Judah Price 2-point conversion. In the second period, you have a 2-play, 51-yard drive capped off by a 28-yard Judah Price run. Then you had a 1-play, 30-yard drive and a Judah Price 30-yard run. No conversion on that play, on that scoring drive. Then you had a 27-yard TD run, 1-play drive by Judah Price. And right now it's just out of reach for Liberty Raiders and this juggernaut of offense. And the scoring was capped off by a 4-play 55-yard drive, 8-yard TD run by Colton Miller.
And 60-0 is the halftime score. We'll go ahead and take our first halftime break as you're watching the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show as we're streaming live here on video production as you're watching the Raleigh County High School Football Game of the Week.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Sandwiches, better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School here in Coal City, West Virginia. At the break, it's all Independence as they lead Liberty by the score of 60-0, and we're ready to go inside the numbers of the first half. And inside the numbers are brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel with locations in Beckley and Princeton. They have delicious food with the eggs, the pig, which I love that link sausage at Cracker Barrel. So, Eric, you have the numbers, and they were staggering numbers with Independence's 60-0 lead.
Yeah, and Independence garnered 397 yards of total offensive merits in the first half, and their passing game netted 80 yards. Trey Bowers was 2 of 3 for 80 yards and a score, and the rushing department, what a show that Judah Price put on in the first half. He had 8 carries for 195 yards and 4 scores. Trey Bowers had 3 carries, 49 yards, and 2 scores. And Tyler Linksweiler had 3 carries for 48 yards and had a touchdown called back. And Colton Miller was able to tack that on with an 8-yard run. So he had 1 carry, 8 yards, and a score. And just total domination in the receiving department. Cyrus Goodson has 1 catch for 33 yards. And Colton Haran, of course, hit pay dirt with a 47-yard TD reception from Trey Bowers. That's 397 total yards of offense for Independence. And Liberty was able to net a negative 12 yards. They had 25 yards of positive yards on 3 of 6 passing and nothing on the ground, negative 37 yards on the ground.
Yeah, Liberty had 6 punts, a turnover, and they only had 1 first down in that first half. And we appreciate our stat man, Mr. Chris Farish, for taking care of that. And the Inside the Numbers brought to you by Cracker Barrel. We're going to go ahead and take a break here at the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. Come back, and we'll continue as our halftime rolls on here at Coal City as you are watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Dad, what is a backflow prevention device?
Well, it's a device that's used to protect water supplies from contamination or pollution in homes or businesses.
Is that why you were talking to that man?
Well, he was a certified plumber from Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Modley's is fully licensed and insured in testing, installation, and service of backflow prevention devices. I just call 304-253-HELP, and they'll take care of it the right way.
I thought it was something for the car, so Mom wouldn't hit the house again when she was backing up.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
And we welcome you back to Coal City, West Virginia, here at Independence High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, is producing and directing, along with Robbie Mounts, and also our fabulous statistician, always with us, Mr. Chris Ferry. 60-0, the halftime lead. And before we get into keys of the second half, Eric, we just want to take a look at our schedule here at Video Productions. And, of course, we opened up the season here tonight. And, of course, there's probably about another half a dozen games around the state here tonight. And, of course, tomorrow just about everybody will get underway, which you and I will be in Quincy for Beckley and Riverside. But as we take a look at our video production schedule, September 2nd, Oak Hill at Independence. On the 9th of September, Liberty and Pikeview. The 16th, a Raleigh County rival, Independence at Shady. September 23rd is Pikeview and Shady. The big game, September 30th, and this definitely sticks out to me. I'm sure it sticks out to you. Bluefield at Independence, a rematch of last year's Class AA. Then we get semifinals. Then we get into October. As of now, the 7th of October, Huntington at Beckley. We'll see Logan and Liberty down at Glen Daniel on the 14th of October. Nicholas County here at Coal City against Independence. The 21st of October, the 28th, Liberty at Shady. And then we'll round out the regular season, George Washington at Beckley. So, Eric, outside of Bluefield and Independence, which I think we both really have got that marked on our schedule, what other games that I had mentioned that we're going to do that really jumps out at you?
Well, I like that Nicholas County team that we covered last year, and they have a lot of people back. They have a sound, ground game, and they were a playoff caliber team, last year. So I'm looking at them against Independence down the road. That would be one you could circle late in the year, because after Independence and Bluefield plays, Independence needs to win every game, to really, having only 9 games, to really try to host a game in the playoffs.
So that is our video production schedule. Of course, this is the first of 12 regular season games. Of course, no one knows what's going to happen, and if some game gets moved or this happens, that happens, we'll update you and get you up to date on what's going on. Well, one other thing, and Eric, I tell you, got to put your coaching hat on, is keys to the second half. They are brought to you by Indoor Air, a proud sponsor of Raleigh County Sports. For all your heating and cooling needs, call Indoor Air at 304-890-2212. First of all, if you're John Lilly and the staff, pretty easy at halftime, up 60-0. What are you telling your guys?
Well, the thing is with Coach Lilly, the score makes it easier, but I'm sure he's on his guys, and they need to clean up the penalties. I don't care what unit you put out there. Stop the dumb blocks in the back. They've had a couple of touchdowns called back, because of dumb penalties that didn't even matter in the play. Secondly, if you're Coach Lilly, you want those the second and third units to come out and really run really do what you were taught in practice and really run efficiently, because you're probably going to play against Liberty's starters, and that can build some depth. And if you're Liberty, you have to kind of handle business if you are playing the 2s and 3s for Independence and really try to get something on the scoreboard.
And also, I think you would agree with this. I think if you're Liberty, forget the score. Just go out and play hard. Try to execute your offense. Forget about the score and just try to maybe string a couple of first downs together and hopefully it can lead to a touchdown.
Yeah, something positive. You need something positive to come out of this game, with going into the bye week that you can clean up and build upon.
The Independence Marching Band on the field right now, and while they're on the field and we still have a little extra time, we still got about 8 minutes before we start the second half. And, Eric, we're going to switch gears to the college football. Of course, the college football season will begin on Saturday with the Week 0 games, but 1 week from tonight, a very big game for the West Virginia Mountaineers, and glad to see the Backyard Brawl back. West Virginia and Pitt will play up at Pittsburgh. I still know it as Heinz Field. I don't even know what the new name is. It'll always be Heinz Field to me,
or something.
Whatever it is. But anyway, they sold that out. West Virginia will be well representative in that game. And the fact that Pitt, and I think the only reason they're a 7-point favorite, but I think that's a little much. I think it's going to be a very competitive game, and I think it could go either way, Pitt and West Virginia next week.
And I think the thing that will really decide the game, in my research, just looking at Pitt, both teams will have USC quarterbacks, and Pitt will have a new offensive coordinator. They lost some wideouts, but the strength of Pitt's team is their defensive front. They led the ACC. They probably led the nation in sacks last year. I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
And they rotate. They say they're 7 and 8 deep. So right there in itself, I think it will be a problem for West Virginia if they don't shore up their offensive line. They had a young offensive line, and I think they're capable. But I think the difference in the game will be who can run and stop the other team's running game.
And one thing, too, you'd mentioned, the quarterback connections from Southern Cal. West Virginia's offensive coordinator was also at Southern Cal.
Yes.
So they got a real USC connection.
Yeah, and he actually coached both quarterbacks.
JT Daniels and Slovis was starting for Pitt. And, JT Daniels, who came from Southern Cal to Georgia throughout to West Virginia, him and Slovis, they were teammates. Of course, JT Daniels tore an ACL, and Slovis was able to go in and then keep the job. So I think JT Daniels, not only something to prove overall, but maybe something to prove against Slovis and Pitt that he's in.
Well, the thing is, you hate to see someone lose their job to injury, but when the other guy's playing, at a high level, you keep them in. You don't want to change that momentum. And I think the only thing coming out, JT Daniels was a 5-star, so the talent is there. He has NFL talent, so you just have to keep him healthy and keep him upright so he can sling the ball.
Well, no one knows what the future holds in college football and for the Mountaineers of the Big 12, but at least for this year, West Virginia against Pitt, and then West Virginia playing Virginia Tech. So two of their big rivals, both on the road, but also close enough where a lot of fans here in the state of West Virginia can, make that trip. And both are on a Thursday night, by the way.
Yeah, and I saw this. You know this stat as well. WVU is one of only 2 D1 schools that play 11 Power 5s caliber teams. They don't have what you call a layup on their schedule.
Other than Townsend, right? Which out of 12 games, Townsend's not a Power 5.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're 11.
Right.
They're 11.
Right.
So they play 11. They're the only 2 teams that are doing that.
But when you said they didn't have a layup, I was referring to Townsend as a layup.
Oh, yeah. But other than that, but I still think Townsend is considered. They're not FBS, I don't think.
But here's another thing, too, with West Virginia playing those two. And also, we had mentioned earlier, because I'll be in South Bend on September 10th, Marshall and Notre Dame. How about that, the first time ever? And, Marshall's getting $1.5 million to go to Touchdown Jesus and play that game.
And that'll help the program right there. Well, you get that kind of cash.
Well, that kind of cash, the national exposure
hey,
on NBC.
Hey, I'd hate it for your squad, though, to pay Marshall the Thundering Herd 1.5 to come up there and steal a victory.
Well, if they were to do that at Notre Dame, which Notre Dame since 2017 have only lost 2 games at home to Georgia and Cincinnati. So if that were to happen, I think Marcus Freeman, he would be in trouble right off the bat if he were to lose to Marshall. But, that's why they play them. But anyway, it's just good that the stadiums will be full again, college football back, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, that makes our Fridays and Saturdays complete. We do a lot of football and we watch a lot of football.
And we've got to take one more break as we get you ready for the second half. 60-0, the Independence lead. And here at the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show, you're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Welcome to Allstate. You already paid for car insurance. Why not take your home along for the ride? Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Call a local agent or 1-800-ALLSTATE for a quote today.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
What's more important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above, when the world offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation, in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
Yo, Adrian, need to get over to Hometown Kia in Beckley. You got a prize-winning lineup of new Kias over there, and these new Kias are real contenders. Mickey even likes the new Telluride to ride back and forth to the gym. Those guys at Hometown Kia in Beckley, they are in the corner fighting for you through the whole deal. So if you're out there in the market for a new ride, don't go 10 rounds with one of those other dealers. Get over to Hometown Kia of Beckley for a real knockout deal. Get a new Kia from Hometown Kia. That's how winning is done.
Welcome back to Independence High School here at Coal City, West Virginia. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, as he's on camera. Robbie Mounts producing and directing, and of course the fabulous Chris Farish on stats. And our pregame meal was provided by Giovanni's Pizza. Mamma mia! If you're not Italian going in, you'll be a Paisan Italiano coming out. With excellent locations, and of course here where these schools are located, Leicester Square in Sophie, the one we ate tonight. But when we do go to Liberty, we'll eat at the one in Glen Daniel. But, Eric, during that last commercial break, they informed us that they're going to shorten the second half.
Yeah, as they should. And I think both coaches probably would agree on this. If you're Independence, you want to shorten the second half and kind of come out of this without any major injuries. And if you're Liberty, you want to leave with something positive going on, but you don't want to, take your kids down a rabbit hole where they won't be able to rebound, and maybe try to win some games down the road. And
what I understand, Eric, the shortenage of the second half will be very quick. I understand they're going to run 3-minute quarters, the third and fourth quarter, 3 minutes each, and a running clock. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what I was informed by the PA. 3 minutes. They will stop the clock in normal in the third quarter,
and then run it in the fourth. Well, as we look back in that first half, Independence had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drives. Actually, they had 8 drives in the half, and they scored on all 8 drives. 3 plays, 2 plays, 2 plays, 2 plays, 1 play, 4 plays, and then the half. And they were very efficient. We said that was a word that we used a lot last year.
Yes.
Very high-octane, efficient, and that was the case in the first half.
Well, quick strike and efficient, you can use all the adjectives you want. I mean, this is a great – it's a great offensive team, and right now they're still getting used to new personnel in a few different positions, and it's a well-oiled machine right now.
And for Liberty, they had 7 possessions. They had 1 first down. They had 6 3-and-outs, and they turned the ball over. That's the only turnover. They turned it over on a punt. So, but anyway, we're moments away from starting the second half. 60-0 is the score. We're trying to update you on some more scores. Our last report we had from down at Tug Valley was 19-7. Tug Valley was leading Shady, and it was almost halftime down there. We're still trying to get you updated. There are about, between that game and this game, maybe 5 or 6 other games around West Virginia tonight.
Yeah, I think I counted 9 games total, up north. East Fairmont, I think, had a game. I'm trying to get the scoreboard to pull up.
So we'll try that. Of course, it's opening night for all of us, and we're kind of getting the rust off a little bit. We don't have a preseason, Eric. Neither, I know the teams had scrimmages, but the referees got work, the coaches, the players got work. For us broadcasters, we didn't have a game. I guess they know we're always in the mode, right?
Yeah. We just come in and just do our thing, talk a little bit, and enjoy some great high school football.
Well, we appreciate everyone's attendance here on video production. There's a flag thrown here on the near side as Independence was lining up to kick off. And
no, I think that was the actual tee.
Oh, was it the tee? Okay. Well, they use a yellow tee. In my day, they had an orange tee.
So think about it. You come out Coach Lilly would not like coming out and get a flag thrown on the second half kickoff.
Yeah, maybe they didn't run out of the tunnel right and they threw a flag. That's about, you're up 60-0, and obviously they did so many things right. But the one thing, that if you're Coach Lilly, that just going to drive you crazy was the penalties. And a couple times, Eric, they didn't even need to be penalties. The ball carrier was way past the play, was going to be a touchdown, and they went ahead and committed a penalty.
So just remember, and I learned this, a couple coaching shows and, coaching tips, and they call those sins, self-inflicted negative plays. You don't want to do, and whether that's an interception, a hold that calls back a touchdown, a fumble, anything that you can do negatively to your team, they try to eliminate those.
Back in the 50s when Johnny Latner at Notre Dame, when he won the Heisman Trophy, when he fumbled a couple of times, that's what they called sins back then at Notre Dame, when you fumble the ball, but he did go on to win the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, but they brought the rosaries out and erased all that.
All right,
that fumble didn't even occur.
No, ready to start the second half, and Liberty will get the ball, and we're waiting for the clock to adjust, and I know we don't have it on the screen, but I'll keep you up to date. But it's going to be 3 minutes, a 3-minute third quarter and a 3-minute fourth quarter, as it is teed up between the hashes, the 40 there, and we're ready to start the second half. And here comes the third quarter kickoff with Independence up 60-0. It's going to be a short kick. Ball's going to bounce at the 30 and fielded right there, and going to just be over the 30, get out to about the 33-yard line. So there's where Liberty's going to take over. Their first possession of the second half. They'll have the ball on their own 33-yard line. So we'll see what they can come up with. And like I said, I think if you're Liberty, you forget about the score. Let's just try to get one positive play, then 2 positive plays, and just try to get something positive.
Yeah, and that's why all you're looking forward to right here. Maybe control this ball for 3 minutes.
So we'll see what they come up with. Waiting for another player to get out onto the field. There's 14 on the play clock. So they had a late addition to their offense. And now 10, and now they might have to hustle a bit as we're approaching 5 seconds on the play clock. I'm not sure they're going to get this off. And I don't think they will. They just did. And that's going to be a running play, and it's going to be good yardage across the 40. The quarterback, Williams, he's got a first down to the 40 of Independence, and he goes out of bounds about the 36-yard line. But a good start for Liberty here in the second half.
Yeah, and and that's what you want to see in this game, something positive for the Liberty Raiders. And they're a young team, but this coaching staff is really really coaching them up, and they're going to be something to deal with in the next couple of years. They're playing a lot of young guys, freshmen and sophomores.
Their biggest play from scrimmage tonight, 31 yards. So the quarterback that time, Dalton Williams, with a nice run, found an opening there here on the near sideline and able to scamper 31 yards and pick up a Liberty first down. It's a long count, and they'll give the ball to Wyatt Burnett trying to get to the edge, and he's got a little bit of running room as he'll get the ball down inside the 35, and it'll take him to the 34-yard line. Once again, it's a third quarter running clock with only 3 minutes. We're down to 2.5 left here in the third, and that's a positive yardage. And we might have an injured Liberty player. We do across the way.
Yeah, and I think hopefully we're not trainers, but hopefully it's a cramp.
And let's see, the gain will go from the 36 to the 33. So Burnett able to pick up 3, and they have a player down. And looks like he's able to get up, and they're able, with some assistance, to get him over to the Liberty sideline. So as soon as they spot the ball, they should wind the clock.
Looks like the ball will be on, what, the 34?
33, yeah, well, 34, you're right, 34-yard line. So that play gained 2 yards, 2nd and 8 for Liberty. Their deepest possession or deepest penetration on any possession tonight in Independence territory at the Patriot 34-yard line. Dalton Williams, a 6'3", 160-pound junior quarterback. And he's got Chris Bowman to his left. And the snap goes right to Bowman, a direct snap, the Raider. And Bowman fights hard, and he gets down to the 30-yard line. So a nice, hard run, yeah. So that's a good, hard run.
Yeah, I was going to say, his momentum, as he caught that moving forward, a good possession here. I would like to maybe see him go down and punch it in here.
Brown's had some good plays. Like I said, he's only 5'9", only weighs 112 pounds. But he might be little, but dynamite comes in small packages.
Hey, don't worry. He'll get some of these down-home vittles at
Giovanni's,
at Giovanni's, and put some weight right on him.
Here comes a snap. Here comes a run. Trying to make it to the outside, trying to weave away. Nice gain, gets down near the 25.
It's going to be close to a first down.
Very close. And all depends on where they mark the ball at. And it will be a first down. They'll put it down at the 25-yard line. Or actually, they're going to put the ball at the 26-yard line. But that will be enough for Liberty, first down. So they'll have the ball at the 26-yard line.
Maybe keep the chains moving here and try to possess this the whole half.
Yeah, updating the Tug Valley Shady game. Tug Valley leads Shady 25-13 with 5:39 to go in the third quarter. We appreciate the update. Mario Lowry there updating things. I got a text too, I'll tell you in a minute, as they got a running play to the outside, and that's, once again, that's Bowman. And I got a text from a viewer loving your first half Ernest T. Bass reference of my mathematical or lack thereof mathematical skills.
Yes, I know you're a big Andy Griffin fan, so I just knew how to get you on that one.
And rightfully so. If I follow Ernest T. Bass, maybe I'll be able to calculate a little better. Ball's at the 27-yard line.
Either that or throw rocks.
Yeah, well, I don't want to throw any rocks because he might throw them back. And the quarter has come to an end because they're only 3-minute quarters. So that's the end of the third quarter with the score 60-0 Independence. You're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Adrian, you need to get over to Hometown Kia in Beckley. You got a prize-winning lineup of new Kias over there, and these new Kias are real contenders. Mickey even likes the new Telluride to ride back and forth to the gym. Those guys at Hometown Kia in Beckley, they are in the corner fighting for you through the whole deal. So if you're out there in the market for a new ride, don't go 10 rounds with one of those other dealers. Get over to Hometown Kia in Beckley for a real knockout deal. Get a new Kia from Hometown Kia. That's how winning is done.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we're headed to the fourth quarter. Like I said, we're playing 3-minute quarters here. There's a lot of people after the third quarter now making their way to the exits.
Making their way. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Well, you know, if you're Independence, I think you've seen all you really need to see. And once again, it's going to take and you know, and I will say this, and there are a lot of good teams on Independence's schedule. And a lot of good teams that Independence will have to go through to get back to Wheeling and to win the championship. Here's a running play by the quarterback. But as Coach Lilly said the first day, he feels that he has a championship team. And I think this is right for him to say the only team can beat Independence is to beat themselves. And I think that was well spoken that first day when you and I were there.
Yeah, and I was ready to put the shoulder pads on. But he's exactly right. I mean, we're not saying by any means they're just going to, you know, run roughshod over anyone, but they're going to take everyone's best punch, and they're going to be able to you know, withstand it. You know, if they clean up a lot of the penalties.
On third down, 3rd and 7 for Liberty. Could be a direct running play to Bowman, and he's going to get stacked up and not gain anything. But there's a team coming up here September the 30th by the name of the Bluefield Beavers that has a lot of pedigree. And after losing the way they did in that state semifinal, they definitely have revenge on their mind. That's going to be a great football game. They have circled that Independence game ever since they knew they were playing them.
Yes, and, you know, they were probably, when Independence, you know, had a couple people drop them, guarantee you Bluefield was calling them up and saying, like, let's get together. Let's run this one back.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why they didn't scrimmage this year. They scrimmaged last year, which you and I came to, and they didn't want to. And I think it's great. If we're going to play in the regular season, I think it's good not to scrimmage. But you don't want to show hands.
You and I left that scrimmage on that Saturday and said those two teams, we didn't know where, but we knew they would meet sometime in the playoffs.
So here's a 4th down play for Liberty. See if they can keep this drive alive. And Independence is to the task, and they'll shut the play down. And Liberty will turn it over on downs. And Independence defense comes up big after Liberty had 8 plays. They'll lose the ball on downs for the 2nd straight time.
And I think they're trying to stop the clock, but it's a running clock on even on change of possession.
Well, we're down to 49 seconds, so I guess all they got to do is really just take a knee.
Well, based on the rules, the clock should have ran right there.
Well, I guess, because all they got to do is take a knee. Maybe if they do have some reserves coming in, and maybe they want to run a play. But this, barring any penalty, Eric, should be the final play of the ball game. And actually, they really don't need to run a play. They can take a knee. 45 seconds left into this game, and they will run a play, going for maybe a yard, but that should be the final play. You know, they probably could get another play in, but maybe no need. We're under 30 seconds to go. And Independence is going to win this game 60-0. They're 1-0. They get Oak Hill next week. While for Liberty, they have a bye week. And then it's kind of like use this as a scrimmage, a bye week, and then play the next 9 games.
And if you're Independence, you have a chance to go scout your next opponent, as I think Oak Hill
they play Nicholas
County, and your next you can scout 2 teams that you play, which, you know, both teams on the flip side will probably hear watching Independence tonight.
So that's the game is over, as we mentioned. 3-minute quarters in the 3rd and 4th quarter, and the final score, this one's in the books. Independence wins the ball game 60-0. So Independence now 1-0, Liberty 0-1. And we'll get ready for the Pioneer post-game show, as we'll take a break as you're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Plumbing and Heating of Beckley, West Virginia is now hiring journeyman or master plumbers. You must have a West Virginia plumbing license and a valid driver's license. All interested parties may apply at Modley's Plumbing and Heating at 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia, or interested applicants can call 304-253-HELP. Once again, you may apply in person at Modley's Plumbing and Heating, 101 First Street, Beckley, West Virginia. Modley's Plumbing and Heating is an equal opportunity employer.
What's more important to you when buying windows, siding, and doors?
Is it energy savings, cost, quality, warranty, or perhaps color options, low maintenance, service, or financing options?
Or all of the above. Window World offers it all.
We listen to your needs and go above and beyond your expectations. Schedule your free, no obligation in-home estimate by calling Window World of Beckley today.
We welcome you back to Independence High School here at Coal City, West Virginia with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, and final score, Independence wins 60-0. And Eric, we talked about it, that 60-0 at halftime. Both coaches and teams agreed to play 3-minute quarters for the third and fourth. That was the sensible thing to do. No sense getting anybody hurt in a game like this. And obviously they're miles away, but teams are obviously two different directions. Independence thinking, obviously, they may not be in the driver's seat, but they're in the car for a chance to win AA. Where Liberty, and I said back in the pregame, maybe this is a rebuilding. They only have 4 seniors on the team, and now they get their, not to knock any other team on their schedule, but clearly Independence is the best team on their schedule. Now that that's out of the way for Liberty, they have a bye week, and then they can get ready for the remaining 9 games.
And I think that's what Coach Montgomery and his staff will do. I'm very confident in that staff that they have, and they will coach those young men up, because in our interview, he told us off the record what his favorite thing was practice. So he will get those young men, I don't want to call them boys, those young men coached up and ready in 2 weeks for their game. And on the flip side, if you're Independence, you did what you needed to do. You got the trophy back for one more year. This is a rivalry game, so that trophy means something. That's one of the things we saw in the field house when we went in, right beside the state runner-up trophy. So that's how much that means to this program, and they handle business. And they have some stuff, though, that the coaches will harp on going into the Oak Hill game.
Yeah, no doubt, the penalties, and that is something they most definitely need to clean up. But we are here at the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll go inside the numbers, brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Chris Ferris will have those numbers for Eric to give to you. As the final score, Independence 60, Liberty nothing. And we'll take a break as you're watching the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show, streaming live here on Video Productions.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank, with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
Yo, Adrian, need to get over to Hometown Kia in Beckley. You got a prize-winning lineup of new Kias over there, and these new Kias are real contenders. Mickey even likes the new Telluride to ride back and forth to the gym. Those guys at Hometown Kia of Beckley, they are in the corner fighting for you through the whole deal. So if you're out there in the market for a new ride, don't go 10 rounds with one of those other dealers. Get over to Hometown Kia of Beckley for a real knockout deal. Get a new Kia from Hometown Kia. That's how winning is done.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
And welcome back to Coal City, West Virginia here at Independence. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. And before we go inside the numbers here at the Pioneer Bank postgame show, I want to update the Shady Tug Valley game. And going to the fourth quarter, Tug Valley up 32-13 over Shady. So, Eric, you and I are a little surprised at that. And quite frankly, I thought that when I got a score of 32-13, it would be Shady ahead, but that's not the case. Shady behind 32-13 in the fourth quarter.
And as you said, it's tough to go on the road, take a young team, not making any excuses. Tug Valley was up to the challenge and prepared for the Shady Tigers to roll into town.
We're going to go inside the numbers, and inside the numbers are brought to you by Cracker Barrel with locations in Beckley and Princeton. You can get Cracker Barrel with delicious food, whether it's breakfast, whether it's lunch or dinner, or you can have breakfast or so-called breakfast food for lunch and or dinner. They have delicious sausage. I love that pig. And I love those eggs anyway, scrambled. I don't know if they fix some poached, but maybe they will, but sunny side up. Nevertheless,
sunny side up.
Yes, Cracker Barrel. And, Eric, you have the numbers was a dominant for the Patriots as they racked up over 400 yards of total offense.
Yeah, led by their defense. Liberty Raiders on the night accumulated 29 total yards, 25 on the ground, and through the air, and 4 total yards on the ground. They were only able to get 3 first downs on the evening, 2 rushing and 1 passing, so 29 total yards for the Raiders. On the flip side, Independence, in a shortened game, had 402 total yards of offense, and they were led by a stellar play of Judah Price and Trey Bowers tonight, as Price had 8 rushes, 195 yards, and 4 scores in the first half. Trey Bowers had 3 rushes, 49 yards, 2 scores, and he also threw for 1, 2 for 3 for 80 yards and a score in the first half.
And, Eric, all those numbers up at Independence, very impressive. And what makes it even more impressive is it was only a 30-minute game, because we only played 3 minutes in the third quarter and 3 minutes in the fourth quarter, and still Independence able to rack up 60 points and over 400 yards of offense.
Yeah, and they only had think about how efficient they were. They only had the ball for 49 seconds in the second half.
Yeah. We'll take a final break here at the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. We'll wrap this up, come back and tell you about tomorrow's broadcast as you're watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.
Every year, the big banks raise their fees while reducing the services they provide. How do they get away with that? If you were to join Pioneer Community Bank, your money would stay right here, supporting a local business, which results in lower fees and better customer service for you. Sounds like a plan. So you're not really stuck with the big banks and their policies. Keep your money where it belongs, right here with Pioneer Community Bank. Pioneer Community Bank with locations in Beckley, Yeager, Sophia, Moore, and Welch. Member FDIC.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
And we welcome you back to Independence High School, Coal City, West Virginia. Final score, Independence has defeated Liberty 60-0. And before we wrap it up and we thank everybody, we have a special guest, Lexi Thomas, in the booth. And Lexi, you're a freshman at Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. I know you're excited about tomorrow night when the Flying Eagles take on Riverside, and we'll have that game streaming on video production. I know you're excited about your first high school game being a dancer. So elaborate about that, how excited you are.
Yeah, I'm very excited. My first, high school football game, being on the sidelines instead of actually in the bleachers, watching everything go on.
So hopefully, as you being going to Beckley, that you'll have a lot to dance about. Maybe Beckley can get a big win tomorrow on the road.
Yes.
Well, we'll see. We'll see Lexi tomorrow, and she'll be one of the many dancers from the Lassies that we'll have on video production tomorrow night, and that'll be our next game. And Eric, we'll be looking forward to that. You and I will be down in Quincy along with your lovely daughter Lexi, who will be dancing, and we'll be on at 7:15 and a 7:30 kick. Looking forward. I think we're going to be in for a really great game tomorrow night.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Lexi about this, and I just wanted her to realize that this is a rivalry game. This is, she has to go out there and cheer her best or dance her best or do whatever. And I'm really excited about these two teams. I think this is an evenly matched team. Both teams are breaking in 2 new quarterbacks. So on paper, I just think it's a great matchup.
So we want to thank our crew here tonight. We appreciate Sydney Mayo coming in, and we had a call to the bullpen, and she came in and did great as she helped produce and direct along with Robbie Mounts. Also our cameraman, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, and always on stats, Chris Ferry. So for my partner, Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry, repeating the final score. Independence has defeated Liberty 60-0 until tomorrow night. You've been watching live streaming coverage of Raleigh County High School football here on Video Productions.